What is going on, people of YouTube? My name is Kurtyoy. Welcome back to another video. Now, first of all, yes, I'm recording on the same day as the review and the done deal yesterday, but I'm wearing my same shirt. It's on the same day, it doesn't matter. It's like 2 hours after, it doesn't really matter. But, first of all, I read your comments from the previous video, or at least that have been commented so far. People saying a wide variety, so I'm going to go with that. People also saying, put your team up so we can look at how you did. So, I'm going to put my team up. Total points, 65, as you can see on the screen right now. Some good points, some bad points. Bad points is that all three West Ham players didn't even feature this weekend. Good points are captain Aguero. Gray got 10 and got himself off the mark. Bailey, Walker and Czech all got clean sheets. So there was good parts. There was also bad parts. The players didn't really score well. The players did well. So in the end, 65 points is really quite a good score for that game week. I think it's 15 points above the average. So that being said, yeah, let's get into the games to watch. 4 games to watch this weekend, some strange ones, I'm not going to admit. Starting off with Spurs v Liverpool. Now, this one is the least strange out of all 4 of them, because I'm seeing that as a very, very interesting game. You've got Liverpool that have been shocking in the defence, and they need a performance, they need a rock-solid performance. They come up against a Spurs team that could really hurt them, like Janssen, Kane, Eriksen, all yet to get off the mark this season, as well as Dele Alli as well. It'll be an interesting game, that one. That's why I've pointed that one out. Hull v Manchester United, 2 unbeaten teams coming together. Who will be the first to fall? Well, many seeing it as Man United, but you never know. Hull have surprised us twice. Why not make it a hat-trick of surprises? But they've come up. Again, it's a strange one, because although I don't think much will happen, it'd be interesting to see if Hull could actually pull off the biggest shock of the season yet. And then we've got West Brom versus Middlesbrough. This one is picked out because you've got the sturdy defence of West Brom. Many people have got defenders from West Brom, and they've also got players like Negredo and Gaston Ramirez. So it's a strange thing. Who are they going to go with? Just stick them both on the team and just hope for luck. It'll be interesting to see. But that is my third one. And the fourth one is Man City versus West Ham. Simply put, West Ham have been slightly poor. Man City have looked good. But I feel like that could be a really, really cool game to look at. Both from the fact, could they get a clean sheet? Finally, Manchester City. Can West Ham try and hurt them? Will Payet be back? Who knows? But those are my 4 games to watch. Let's have a look at the defenders I've picked out this game week. So like I said, there's going to be a wide variety. If you want a smaller variety on players I'd risk, then the differential's probably for you. But starting off, Michel Vorm in goal. I put him in last week. He was the only keeper that kept a clean sheet. Caballero let me down. Kurtyoy let me down. Fabianski really let me down as Hull shocked them. But Vorm was the one that stuck true, got another clean sheet. And I can see that happening again. Liverpool, yes, they've got fantastic players. As they proved against Burnley, they can sometimes be ineffective. And that is one thing you definitely need to come into play. Vorm at £5 million, again, is going to be in for the next few weeks in place of Hugo Lloris. So it's going to be a good purchase if you get him in. I feel like another clean sheet is on the way. Then we've got David De Gea. Manchester United, of course, coming up against Hull. As much as I would love Hull to get a 3rd win, I can't see it. I honestly just can't see it. I couldn't see the first 2, but I definitely can't see his 3rd one. De Gea will grab a clean sheet. Then we got Kasper Schmeichel of Leicester. Now, Leicester, for me, they've got a game. You're looking at it. It's a really hard one to predict. It's against Swansea, because Llorente looked good first game week, but then also, he's poor the next game week. But they've also got their new striker, Gaston. Borja, that's the one. And that one, again, is going to be a really, really cool one to look at. Will Leicester stay strong? Will they collapse? Who knows? And then we've got Petr Cech. Arsenal have got a game against Watford. Watford could be without Capoue. Haven't really looked good attacking-wise apart from Capoue. Dini and Clara yet to fire off in the season. And I feel like Rob Holding and co will keep a good clean sheet, along with Petr Cech. 2 clean sheets in 2 games. I'll take that. He's my keeper. And now on to the defenders. First of all, we've got Azpilicueta of Chelsea. Now, I mentioned Chelsea let me down. This game week, they've got a home game against Burnley, and it's going to be interesting to see, at least. I think £6 million is expensive at the moment. Conte has conceded twice in a row, but I feel this could be 3rd time's a charm. They'll get a clean sheet in this one. Burnley, of course, they did do well in last game week, but the game week before, they weren't so good against Burnley, and that was away against Swansea, and I believe that was away from home. Oh, it might have been at home. Who knows? But Burnley have got a tough away trip to Chelsea, and I don't see them getting anything from that. We've got Luke Shaw, Man United, still valued at 5.5 million because of the fact that he didn't get a clean sheet in the first game, and that means that he hasn't really had 2 games that they think, oh, well, we'll bump him up. He's got a game against Hull, and like I said, I can't see Hull getting much from it. I feel like they're going to be very regimented. The Jose Mourinho team will not concede many, if any, goals this season against teams like Hull, and I feel like Shaw will get a clean sheet at least. Then we've got Kyle Walker, 5.6 million. The first player I've talked about actually with a price hike, I believe. Again, I see Spurs defenders is really good. Walker's had a really good first 2 game weeks. They're set to continue. There are positions where they need players. Left back is one. A, Moreno is too attacking. B, James Milner is not a suitable first team left back for me. And I think that Walker can really, really punish them for that. Then we've got Mr. Cedric. Now, Southampton is a really strange one this game week. Cedric, of course, coming in at £5 million. I did say wait a bit at the start of the season just to see if him or Pied played. But come against Sunderland. Again, a dangerous team of Sunderland. But I feel like he can definitely overlap on the right-hand side. Van Aanholt's very attacking. Maybe counteract that. Looks good for the game week. I feel like he's going to get a good score. Then we've got Baines of Everton. Everton yet to really go off anywhere. Good win last game week, but Baines is one that hasn't really fired well in the points category. Got a home game against Stoke. Stoke haven't looked too good this season, so I feel like Baines could be a good choice. And then we've got Rob Holding of Arsenal. Like any Arsenal defender, I feel like could be good. They could get a clean sheet. I think they will get a clean sheet this week. And Rob Holding, valued at 4.5 million. Gabriel is due back 1st of October, so you got a good month of hold, or a month and a bit of Holding. And Mertesacker is still unknown, so he's going to be out for quite some time. So Holding could even hold off a place in the first team with even Gabriel trying to bite back. But I think like 4.5 million, is a really good price for him. And the defenders in general, I feel like a really good choice this week. Next up, we've got midfielders. Now, I really struggled with midfielders, and I really struggled with attackers as well. So the bottom 2 on each are basically ones that I feel like I wasn't going to include, or at least the bottom 1 on the midfielders one. The bottom 2, of course, you could probably guess who they are in the attack. But we're going to start off with Nathan Redmond, Southampton, 6.1 million. He's basically a striker. He's coming up against the team, which aren't very good at defending. Conceded 2 goals in each of their last 2 games, and Redmond will hopefully try and make that continue. Really pacey, really good, can really punish Sunderland, probably get 3rd loss in a row for Sunderland. Then we've got Barkley at 7.6 million, as well as Kevin Miralas, I want to point out. Those 2 do look good this season. Had a good first 2 game weeks, and they can maybe target Stoke. Really, I say Miralas because his pace could really target Stoke. And you've got Barkley, who's had a good start, who will hopefully look to set that to continue. And then we've got Mr. Walcott of Arsenal. Again, it's a one where I feel like Arsenal are going to have a good game week against against Watford, and Walcott could really be one to pace down, as well as I think Watford are playing a 5 at the back, so if they catch, I think wing-backs up a bit too far, Walcott will be first to exploit that pace on the right-hand side, providing he plays. I'm pretty sure he's going to play, but providing he plays. Then we've got Townsend at £6 million for Crystal Palace. It's a strange one. You've got 19th versus 20th, 2 teams that have relatively underperformed so far this season, and I feel like alongside Christian Benteke, Townsend could really get a good game week score. Then we've got Christian Eriksen, 8.5 million. I recommended him last week, but he didn't do too well. Spurs didn't do too well. Grabbed a 1-0 win, but is against Liverpool. I feel like Eriksen could be the man to sort of sit in the holes, play the balls through. If you've got Janssen and Kane, there are 2, relatively good strikers to aim for. You've got Lamela as well, maybe Dele Alli coming in, maybe Wanyama, Dyer, anyone in the box to aim in. So definitely worth a risk on that one. Not worth a risk, sorry. That's usually my differential saying. Definitely worth putting in. If you've got the money for that, is a weird price, 8.5 million. And then Hazard. He's the one I wasn't going to put in there, but Hazard against Burnley, I'm seeing a big score for Chelsea. And Hazard is a nailed-on person you should have in your team, personally, from my point of view. Now I've realised how much I've been talking, so I'm going to run through the attackers really quick. Kane at 1 million. Spurs, again, Kane got an assist, finally got on the board. I mean, he didn't look very good in the first 2 game weeks anyway, but against Liverpool, could be said to get a few goals in that one. Lukaku, 9 million, again, hasn't really been firing off as of yet. Only played 53 minutes of Everton's game last game week. Comes up against a weak Stoke side. Could he punish them? Next up, we've got Shane Long, 6.4 million, has gone down. Maybe a chance to capitalise on his little price downgrade. He has a good game against Sunderland, maybe get a goal or 2 in that one. Then we've got Christian Benteke, £7.4 million. It's really expensive for a Crystal Palace striker. But Benteke is a very good striker. If you get him playing the way he likes to play, he can score a lot of goals. And then we've got Ibra and Aguero. Need I say more? Come on, guys. And that is that for this video. Hopefully you have enjoyed. Remember to leave a like on the video. Remember also, the questions asked in the review are again here. Would you like to see the players list expand or keep the way it is, or maybe decrease in size, so I'm specialising on players that I really do think will go well? Probably put money behind if I could. Thank you all for watching. Hopefully you have enjoyed. Have a good game week, and peace.